What is up, you guys? This is All Day Any Day 1 on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you another honest and review video. This video is going to be for the new free-to-play game on the PS4 that was released a few years ago on PC called Warface. So Warface is basically your generic FPS or first-person shooter for both PvE and PvP, and it has that slight Call of Duty and Battlefield feel to it, so you're the type of player that likes to play FPSs, I would highly recommend this. Now, you don't have 30 players in a team though, so don't try to compare it like that. It is currently available in the PlayStation Store, and there are also a few PlayStation Plus items as well. I did play for about 20 hours or so, so I think I've kind of done a good chunk of what the game has to offer and understand the way the game works for both game modes of PvE and PvP, as well as the rewards. So I thought, why not make a review for it, even though it's an older game. Now, you also have to keep in mind that the PC does have a lot more weapons. I believe they have a little bit more game modes, or maybe I think they might be the same. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that the weapons and everything are the same. Not the same, but they have more weapons. So, like in all my other reviews, there's going to be a few things I'll be going over, such as graphics and textures, content, gameplay mechanics, such as gunplay, movement, and classes, weapon variety, progression, and store, which is like your in-game store and your microtransactions. Also, if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more reviews and whatnot. And let's go ahead and get started. First things first is graphics. So graphics in this game, as you can see, doesn't look up to date as our current AAA FPS titles such as Battlefield, Destiny 2, Call of Duty, or whatever other FPSs there are right now. But I'll give it some leeway due to the fact that it isn't necessarily a remake where they completely enhanced graphics rather than just a simple port from PC to console. Obviously, I don't really know how coding works though, but just to me, graphics on this game in particular doesn't really worry me too much. Graphics to me normally are important when it's something that does have a story or if it's mainly open world focused. But this game isn't that type of game. Even with PvP, it's very linear. I mean, like, the maps are very linear. So to me, graphics isn't a major issue for this game, although if you were to compare this with any other AAA FPS, then clearly this would definitely have the worst graphics. Next up is content. So content is very, very, very important. If you don't have either fun content or a wide variety of content, then the game will normally die out pretty quick. This game isn't focused on just PvP, but it also has PvE, and to my own experience, both are extremely fun. For PvE, you can do different missions every day as much as you'd like, and then you have your special op missions, which can be very challenging and can be done up to 10 attempts every day with things called access tokens, which refresh daily. PvP is tons of fun and very easy to play whether you're a seasonal FPS vet or new to the game genre. I genuinely think you would most likely enjoy it whether you're both. What I really love about the PvE modes is the fact that there is different game modes and that they aren't just these easy little missions that anyone can just do. You have modes that go from easy to nightmare, and just to do some of the missions on normal takes coordination or solid coordination, let alone some spec ops on easy mode. Any type of content that does require somewhat of teamwork, to me, is good content, regardless of it being a small variety or not. Next, we've got gameplay mechanics. With gameplay mechanics, I'm primarily talking about gun control and movement. So gun control definitely did feel pretty wonky at first, but you kind of just get used to it and it feels somewhat normal. Now with the movement though, movement also definitely feels pretty wonky and slow, and it will still stay the same way or feel the same way. It'll still feel wonky and slow regardless, whether you played for 10 minutes or 10 hours, it's still going to feel the same. Now, the different classes that you can choose from are all pretty unique in their own way. You have your assault or your riflemen who can use ARs or LMGs as well as be the ones to give themselves and allies ammo. You have your medics who will make use of their shotguns and are able to regen their own health and allies' health, as well as being the only class to revive other players. There's also the engineer who uses SMGs and has a claymore that is pretty much an instant kill for anyone that gets near it, as well as being able to repair their own as well as allies' armor. And the last class would be your sniper, which snipers don't have a special ability of any sort, but they can potentially one-shot or two-shot most enemies. Generally one-shot if it's a headshot with any sniper. Next up is weapon variety. My biggest concern aside from content was weapon variety, and this game is kind of about it, meaning, you know, it's almost there, I suppose. I mean, yes, there is a solid amount of weapons to choose from for each class type, but I don't exactly know if there is a huge weapon variety pool. Maybe on PC there is, but currently on PS4 it doesn't seem like there is. But, you know, on the bright side, you can't purchase all the weapons with cash. I mean, like microtransaction cash, the K coins, whatever you want to call them. You have to earn a lot of them through leveling, which we'll talk about in a bit. But all in all, I hope, you know, there will be more weapons to come on the PS4 version. I've never played nor seen this game on PC, so I wouldn't exactly know if there is or isn't, but I'm pretty sure there is more. Now we're on progression. So progression is a huge thing when it comes to online games or even single player games. Pretty much any game that has a good progression is going to be nice. So with Warface, you progress fairly easily by just, you know, literally just playing the game. You will get a huge bonus for winning or completing the map in a certain time or with the high kill score. Also, there will be VP rewards. I'm not exactly sure what VP stands for, but it's separate from your XP. But you get these, or these are basically what you use to get new weapons or gear or mods, and you get to choose out of those three different categories every time you I guess get a certain amount of VP. You get to choose one of those three. Now, well, you have to choose them ahead of time. Sorry. Now, there's also a challenges board as well, where you will get a mark, badge, and stripe that you can choose and attach on your gamer tag, and those are only obtained through challenges, which are basically like achievements or trophies or whatever. So if you're like one of those trophy hunters or achievement hunters, those are something you would probably want to go for. There is currently on the PlayStation Store a PS Plus item that gives you free permanent VIP as long as you have a PlayStation Plus membership, which does increase your progression significantly, to which, you know, it'll definitely help you out a lot more when you're trying to make more cash or you're trying to level up more or earn more VP and so on and so on. So having that extra VIP is going to definitely help out. Last thing on the list is the store. As we all know, in this day and age, microtransaction is unfortunately a thing of today. The store does have items you can purchase as characters, such as character skins, weapons, and currency. Now, would I say this game is 100% automatically pay to win? Not necessarily. Anyone can purchase one of the strongest snipers, but it also does come down to the player on how well of a sniper they are. And well, you know, for me, I'm pretty bad at PvP, but I am getting a little bit better. So the little secret though on getting easy kills in all first person shooters, and I don't necessarily think this is a secret, everyone should know this, but it's to get headshots. And with this game, hitting the head on any enemy is generally 1 to 2 shots in PvE and PvP pretty much, because I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter what weapon you use, it's 1 to 2 shots in the head and they're pretty much dead. The armor in the store can be bought, but they aren't that great, the ones that you can purchase. The others that you can earn in that store cannot be bought, and those can only be earned through the progression. Body skins can also be purchased, but from what I've noticed, they don't have anything to do or anything to give for bonus other than just looking better than the default skin. So, all in all, I honestly wouldn't say this game is pay to win just due to the fact that if someone can go 50 kills and 10 deaths in a match with, just the default weapons, which, I have actually seen, then that just shows it is pretty much skill oriented and not weapon oriented. Anyways, that's the end of this review. If it helped you out at all, go ahead and leave that like and sub. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comment section. This is All Day Any Day 1 on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.